As a teacher, have you ever been pressured to fix grades? I'd say about every other year, I get some feedback from parents or students to change a grade. Last June took the cake. I had a student. He did okay. When he did the work about half the time. He was late every day. He had a bit of an attitude. He is required to pass the class to graduate. I called him up several times over the semester to discuss his grade, and these discussions were generally ignored. I said, if you do your work from now until spring break, I'll let you make up the missing work so you can pass with a good grade. Nothing changed. No problems for me. When all was said and done, he had a solid 60.3% going into the final. I told him the final was pass/fail for him. Pretty much any fail would drop his grade, and he would not be allowed to graduate. He says, no big deal, I've got it. Well, he didn't quite have it. He scored 39% on the final. He failed. He comes in to see me the day after the final, the day before the grade is due. Can I make up some work? Can I do some extra credit? Is there anything I can do? I reply, no, I'm sorry. I gave you several chances to make up your missing work. You ignored them. I told you it was do or die on the final. You died. Now, your counselor will suggest summer school. You are smart enough to take this class at the community college and get both college and high school grades for this. I know you were planning on community college anyway. That would be the smart way to go. But I have family coming from out of town. Okay, I need to pass. I feel bad about that, because you are not passing. He leaves, and about 30 minutes later, the head dean comes in and says, his father is a good friend of mine. Is there anything we can do? I say, sorry, I gave him a chance to make up the work. He refused to do that. For me, this is finished. We chat a bit more, and he takes off. About 15 minutes later, there is a commotion outside my room. The kid is there with his mother and a security guard. The guard says, they say you have a meeting scheduled with them now. I say, I don't have any meetings scheduled today. I don't need to talk to them. This discussion is over. I close the door and the guard escorts them from campus. About 30 minutes later, the AP in charge of my department is at my door, asking, what's going on with George? He failed. Is there anything he can do? No, and to be honest, I don't like being questioned about this. He failed. That's that. I am not questioning you. I just want to know what's going on. I then said, and that is a question. He failed. You can support me or not, but that isn't going to change. We are in California, only teachers are allowed to assign or change grades. He left, and as he was leaving, I said, you know, if he put in half this effort this semester, he would have passed. It bothers me that everyone is coming down to discuss this with me. I've been teaching 30 years, I kind of know what I am doing. I go off to take care of some paperwork, and return to my room 15 minutes later, and the principal is waiting outside my room. I enter my room and he comes in with me. I close the door, and he says, George is failing. His mother is in my office saying you won't speak to her. Why won't you let him pass? I say, well, I won't speak to her because they lied to a security guard to get to my room, and there really isn't anything to talk about. He failed the class. You can review his grades online. I'll be honest with you, I really resent you questioning me about this. I assign grades based on how they do on their work. I don't need to rationalize my grades to the dean, the AP, and to you. Either I know how to do my job, and you let me do it, or I don't know how to do my job and you put me on a corrective program so I can do it to your satisfaction. This backroom questioning of the grades I assign isn't right, and isn't how we are supposed to be doing our job. Now, do you think I know how to do my job? He said, yes, but... I interrupted him, then let me do it. I am willing to listen to input if you know how I can do it better than I am doing it now, but this really can't continue like this. We need to have a discussion at this school about what is appropriate for administrative interaction. This isn't the time or the place, but this can't continue. He apologized and left. I come to find out that the kid threatened to beat me down if he sees me again. He's 5 feet 11 inches 145 pounds. I am 6 feet 5 inches 250 pounds. I wish him luck with that.